Every week, the AI industry bombards us with announcements declared as revolutionary. A flood of white papers, slick demos, and carefully crafted press releases all screaming that the future is here. Tools that promise to turn anyone into a 3D animator overnight. We even saw clumsy, endearing robots playing soccer. The hype is at an all-time high. If you believed all of it, you'd think your job was going to be obsolete by Tuesday, but I've been navigating these hype cycles for years, and my job is to be the skeptic in the room to separate the genuine breakthroughs from the glorified tech demos. The concept is a head-scratcher. They are using a complex video generation model to perform tasks on a single static image. It can deblur, colorize, and edit photos with a text prompt. The hype says this is a unified, powerful model for all image tasks. This week was a prime example. We saw claims of AI building infinite persistent worlds, but will a single professional photographer or digital artist abandon their finely tuned Adobe Photoshop workflow for this? Absolutely not. It's the AI equivalent of a Rube Goldberg machine, impressive that it works, but wildly impractical. The real story here isn't the tool itself, it's the principle it demonstrates, that these massive AI models are becoming like programmable clay, capable of being molded into doing tasks they were never explicitly designed for. That architectural flexibility, not this specific tool, is the real news. This is a foundational fix for a problem that should have been solved years ago. It's the AI equivalent of a character finally learning object permanence. It's a necessary incremental improvement, but it is not a revolution. We are still light years away from an AI generating a level with the narrative design and polish of a modern video game. The more interesting question they're not talking about is what this technology will be used for first. My money isn't on gaming, it's on creating hyper-realistic, explorable environments for industrial simulations, or far more worrisomely, for sophisticated misinformation campaigns. So, while Vmem is a cool piece of engineering, its immediate commercial viability is still a massive question mark. So today we're cutting through the marketing. We will follow the news, but we are not reading from the corporate script. For each of these so-called game changers, we're asking the real questions. What is the reality behind the demo? Is this genuinely useful, or just another clever academic trick that has no real-world application? And most importantly, who actually stands to benefit from this? This is your weekly AI reality check. Let's get into it. First up, the holy grail for the metaverse obsessed, AI that generates explorable 3D worlds. The new contender is Vmem. Its big promise is that it solves the AI amnesia problem. You know, the one where older models would literally forget what a room looked like the moment you turned your back. Vmem claims its surface-based memory architecture finally creates a persistent, consistent world. The hype is that you can now explore infinite AI-generated realities. The reality check. Let's be blunt. Next, we have a tool with a name straight out of a sci-fi novel. Dimension reduction attack, or DRA, my take. This is a classic solution in search of a problem. It's an incredibly clever academic flex, a proof of concept wrapped in a pretty demo. Alright, after all that skepticism, a couple of things this week genuinely impressed me, and this next one is at the top of the list. Animate Any Mesh. It's a jack-in-the-box model where the spring coil compresses and expands perfectly. The reality. This isn't just another cool demo. This is a genuine market disruptor. Think about the millions upon millions of static 3D models sitting in online marketplaces like Sketchfab or Bosquid. This technology has the potential to turn that entire library of static assets into a library of dynamic animated assets overnight. It's a massive immediate value unlock for indie filmmakers, game developers, and AR creators who are always on a tight budget. It radically lowers the barrier to creating rich animated content. This one isn't hype. It's a potential catalyst for a new wave of indie creation. Look, AI animating a pre-rigged humanoid character is old news. That's a solved problem. It's a standard feature. What makes Animate Any Mesh different is that it animates things that have no business being animated. The demo that actually matters isn't the person dancing, it's the static 3D model of a flower pot suddenly hopping around with believable physics. From visuals we move to audio. The open source community is in a desperate arms race to catch up to commercial music generators like Suno, and the latest contender is Song Bloom. The pitch is simple. Give it lyrics, give it a 10-second audio clip, and it will generate a full song complete with vocals cloned from the reference clip. The hype is, of course, you can create a new song by your favorite artist. The reality check, let's put on our headphones and be honest. The output is good, it's not great. It sounds like a well-produced royalty-free track, perfect for a YouTube video background or a podcast intro. It lacks the soul, the subtle imperfections, and the raw artistry of a human musician. And as for the clone Taylor Swift's voice feature, her legal team would file a lawsuit so fast it would break the sound barrier. The real practical application here isn't for aspiring pop stars. It's a B2B tool for the creator economy. It solves the boring, expensive problem of music licensing for content creators. And for that reason alone, it's an important and genuinely useful tool. Just don't expect it to win a Grammy. Now, let's talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room, Tencent. Their AI lab Hunyen is on an absolute tear. This is a mixture of experts model that, despite being relatively small, is posting benchmark scores that compete with models 5 times its size. The angle here isn't about the tech, it's about the strategy. This is a direct assault on the bigger is always better philosophy that has dominated the AI space. The real application here is far more practical and frankly less glamorous. This isn't for building the next VR blockbuster game. This is a killer app for the real estate industry. Imagine a Zillow or Redfin listing where you can take one photo from the agent and then do a full virtual walkthrough of the entire house. It's a vertical specific tool that could become standard practice in that industry very, very quickly. The demos show it following incredibly complex, multi-step prompts with near-perfect accuracy. A new open-source image model called Sherict4o Image came out. It's pretty good, but the wild part is how it was made. It was trained exclusively on a dataset of 92,000 images generated by OpenAI's GPT-4o. They basically used their competitor's product to create their own free version. So I'll leave you with the question, is this the spirit of open source innovation, or is this just clever data laundering? Let me know your take in the comments. In a market flooded with chaotic and unpredictable AI tools, Google is positioning itself as the boring but reliable option that just works. That is a very powerful market position. Tencent is signaling that the new battlefield is efficiency. For the open source community, this is a massive gift. Let's be clear, the footage is hilarious. It's clumsy. It looks less like the World Cup and more like toddlers on ice trying to kick a beach ball. It is very easy to laugh at. For their corporate rivals, it's a clear warning shot. Behind the clumsy movements is the real frontier of AI. This isn't about pixels on a screen. This is about AI solving complex problems in the messy, unpredictable physical world, and they're giving away 1,000 requests per day on their best model for free. Never forget, in big tech, free is the most effective lock-in strategy. They are aggressively courting developer loyalty because they know that's where the next wave of applications will be built. Seeing, balancing, moving, predicting, and acting, the same AI that is clumsily learning to kick a ball today is the direct ancestor of the AI that will be performing surgery, managing logistics in a chaotic warehouse, or conducting disaster relief. This clumsy game is unironically one of the most important things that happened this week because it represents the brutal difficulty and immense potential of embodied AI. First, they showcased Hunyen GameCraft, their shot at the text-to-game holy grail. First, the Moonshot AlphaGenome, an AI designed to decode the 98% of our DNA we used to call junk. This is a classic Google move, a massive decade-long scientific endeavor that only they can afford. The payoff isn't a product next quarter. It eased the potential for Nobel Prizes and a portfolio of priceless patents on genetic disease cures down the road. In a world of complex web development, Vjik is a tool focused on pure speed and simplicity. The idea is you feed it a single photo of a room, a depth map, and then use text to describe what's outside the frame. It then generates a full 360-degree navigable scene. The hype is all about immersive VR experiences. It's an AI-powered platform where you can literally just describe the website you want, and the AI designs and launches a fully responsive site in about a minute. It also has fascinating features like AI-driven layout optimization and conversational forms. If you're a founder or creator who needs a professional web presence yesterday, it's a compellingly practical tool. You can check them out with the link in the description. Alright, let's get back to the analysis. The visuals look surprisingly polished, far better than many competing demos. But let's be real, a curated demo is one thing. Creating a truly coherent and playable game engine from this is another beast entirely. The real test is what happens when you let it run for more than 30 seconds. But the more strategically important move from Tencent this week was open sourcing their new language model, Hunyen 13B. Now, even a cynic has to pay the bills, so let's take a quick moment to talk about this video's sponsor, Vjik. Next up, a tool for the architects and real estate agents, DreamCube, the so what. And now for my personal favorite story of the week, the first autonomous humanoid robot soccer match, but you shouldn't. Finally, no week is complete without a strategic blitz from Google. They made 3 key moves. Second, the developer grab. They open-sourced the Gemini CLI, a powerful AI assistant for your terminal. Third, the flex. They made their new image model, Imagen 3, widely available. The story here is one of brute force reliability, and that brings us to our last piece of news, and it's a weird one. So there you have it, another week, another tidal wave of AI hype, but if you look closely, the real story isn't in the flashy demos. What do you think was the most overrated announcement this week? And what was the sleeper hit that no one is talking about? The debate is where the real insights are found. Join it in the comments below. If you appreciate the reality check, a like and subscribe are always welcome. Thanks for watching. It's in the underlying shifts. It's in the practical tools that are genuinely empowering indie creators. It's in the new battleground of architectural efficiency, where brains are starting to beat brute force. And it's in the clumsy, stumbling robots that are teaching us what it truly means to build intelligence in the physical world. The key isn't to believe the hype, it's to understand the strategy behind it.